Hi guys, it's Simon here. I'm gonna kick off the week as per usual with a nice spotlight segment. Now what this segment generally is that I find little bits of entertainment news from the week and I twist it in my own very Simon K-ish way. Sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's serious. And today we've actually got two that are serious to start off with, and that's me kind of giving a little bit of an entertainment positive ramble to you guys, and then one of them's kind of funny but also kind of serious as well. So let's get started with how we would usually start, with the Vivo Certified Challenge update. There's only a week to go for this. What we're trying to do is to get Demi Lovato's videos made in the USA and Really Don't Care to 100 million hits on YouTube, or the Vivo app, whichever one you want. And so far, we've gone up. Made in the USA has now got 93.35 million, and Really Don't Care has 4 million. So therefore, we've got quite a long way to go. And I realise we may not make it there by next week, but every bit of support is welcome. So please, if you have a spare moment, go onto YouTube and watch Made in the USA, watch Really Don't Care as much as you can, okay? Just so we have the opportunity to get Demi that Vivo certified trophy for those. Just whenever, wherever, just watch them please, okay? Good. Alright, moving on to the second topic, X Factor New Zealand. The final was tonight, and Bo Monga won the show, meaning that Bass has finally won as a mentor. Look, this means quite a lot. 5 years of hard work trying to get her to win as a mentor has finally paid off. All those votes for her other contestants, all the votes that I put in, they all paid off, including the free Facebook vote I threw in for Bo last night. Look, even when I was knocked down by my school friends and people on Twitter because people said, oh, she's annoying, she's bitchy, she's crap, why are you supporting her? I still never gave in. And countless others wouldn't have given in as well. And now, after all our hard work ever since 2011 when she joined the X Factor, now she has a win as a mentor. To say that I am ecstatic is an understatement. I am so proud of Mama Bass. I'm so proud. So, if you voted for Bo last night, or when it was eligible to, I literally am so happy if you voted for Bo. If you voted for Nissa or Brendan Thomas and the Vibes, that's also okay. But it's the fact that Nat has won as a mentor that I'm so proud. So if you voted for Bo persistently last night, you voted for my idol as well. So thank you so much. It means that I can close that era down now. That finally we have gotten Nat a win. And that just makes me so proud. Right. Moving on to Miss Swift. Her Bad Blood music video was released today with such stars as Kendrick Lamar, Lena Dunham, Zendaya, Ellie Goulding, Mariska Hargitay, Selena Gomez and Ellen Pompeo taking major reins in the video. Can I just say, it's amazing. Like, we need to break the Vivo 24-hour record. There is no way that this cannot get it. It has been so hyped up and it has been so worth the wait. It is so amazing. Like, literally, it could be this generation's thriller. If not, the best music video of all time. And that is me being absolutely honest. This is amazing. Like, I'm never gonna get enough of this. So, if you have a spare moment, you need to watch this video as much as you can. Hit it on repeat persistently. I don't care how you watch it. Just make sure it's through legal things because they discount illegal things. Just watch the video as many times as you can, please. Now that we've moved on from serious, let's go to the funny part. Aside from this being a total dream come true, this music video, isn't it just amazing how one video from Taylor Swift just shits all over Katy Perry's entire career? And just in under a day as well. Really gives you something to ponder over, don't you think? Now, let's move on to the funny stuff from Big Brother UK. So, here's what you essentially missed on Glee. A shock eviction sent idiotic Simon Gross out of the house on launch night, and then Jack refused to leave for a car, and taking the whole £150,000 with him, and Nick nominated Sarah. Two of these events have really pissed me off. Can you guess which ones they were? I'll give you a hint. It's not showbiz. Anyway, moving on from that irrelevant tosser, let's talk about another irrelevant tosser, Kennedy Davenport. Let's move on to RuPaul's Drag Race, in other words. At the workroom this week, fans are outraged when Kennedy Davenport broke the rule of no getting off the stage in her lip sync for your life, with many taking to the trend #Justice for Katia, the former frontrunner of the competition and now 5th placed queen, to show their frustration at the result. After watching it actually back, can I just say the move that Kennedy used, the jump split off the stage, that was the same move copied from her drag sister Sahara Davenport in the season 2 lip sync of Carry On by Martha Wash. But that's none of my business. Okay, moving on from that, because I could totally go off, and believe me, that's not the half of it. Let's move on to something nice. Wentworth. It's more of a request more than anything. I need Will and Fletch fic quickly. Will Jackson and Fletcher / I need it. Like literally, I need it. And healthy ones, please, too, because the only one we've got on AO3 is a rape fic. And believe me, that's not something that I want to read over. I know that it's you know, Wentworth's an intense show, and it's quite obviously it's going to be dramatic, but I don't want that unhealthy. Come on. Can you please just give a good fan fiction? I mean, not that that one wasn't written well, I just want a healthy one, please. And while we're on the topic of fan fiction, I need some for Bad Blood, because there's no way that that's just going to be left on its own. I think one of my Facebook friends, Mika West, mentioned something about this. So, Mika, if you're going to write Bad Blood fan fiction, I really need it, because I so want to see what the Swifties can do with this universe that Taylor's just created with this video. It is going to be awesome when this comes pouring in, because there are like so many laneways you can go down. And so many good celebrities that you can just match names to faces with, and it's going to be so exciting. Seriously. Also on the topic of fanfiction, and I know that I'm going off on this week, it's really crazy. And this is more of a serious recommendation. Fanfic's already being written about Crimson Peak. Yes, Guillermo del Toro's gothic romance is already getting its fanfiction written. And most of it, from last night's checking, actually featured the character Thomas Sharp, that's played by the British thespian Tom Hiddleston. Joss Whedon, take note of the fandom's love for Tom before you edit Loki out again, okay? What you did with Age of Ultron, that's not cool. That's not right. But, moving on from that, onto more serious issues. If serious issues are titled Courtney Love. Yep. Miss Love has previewed a new single, presumably to pay off for her therapy sessions, as I mentioned last week. Or was it the week before? Or the week before that? I forget. Anyway, the song is called Miss Narcissist, and it should be giving an insight into her real therapy sessions, but instead, it has Miss Love sounding like a choking hyena mixed with a banshee for the 10 billionth time. And that's all I have to say on that. Let's move to something that we can all have a fun time with. Katie Hopkins. Yes, indeed. Miss Hopkins took to live tweeting both Big Brother, in which she lambasted Simon Gross to the point where he could no longer live. True story. And also a show called Being Naughty, and brought me to tears with some of her tweets. Tears of laughter. Please take a joke, people in Britain. Seriously, if she meant this seriously, she would have gone out and done it. Has she? No. If people can lambast Ricky Gervais for giving a joke about the vermin hunting fox hunters falling off their horses and breaking their necks, and that can get away with a joke, then some of the stuff that Katie says can be taken that way as well. And that's just me being honest. But however, I need to not be as honest, because I think karma's really starting to get me back for this. I now have to do a mental illness presentation for psychology on the topic of ADHD. Something that Miss Hopkins has stood against. And also in my little notes down here, she's branded Charlotte Church a fat Welsh Russell Brand. I never knew Russell Brand had blonde hair though. That's something I really need to look into. But enough of Miss Church, the irrelevant celeb. Let's talk about another irrelevant celeb. Jason David Frank. Yep, indeed. He's ended up in CM Punk news this week. And for those of you who don't know, Jason David Frank was the former Green Power Ranger turned UFC fighter. After CM Punk made a video or a tweet session of sorts where he lashed out at Mr. Frank, he also returned tirades and launched a massive one against CM Punk, with many things that Mr. Frank said made me, well, pissed off in a way. But I picked possibly the best one to do for today, because it's the one that I can actually respond to when given time. And the other comments I don't want to give time. Mr. Frank mentions he gives so much away to his fans and questioned CM Punk. Do you? Have you? Now, I will continue stating this in my videos until the point is hammered home. I am straight edge. I don't drink, I don't take drugs, nor will I ever do any of those things. My friend and fellow YouTuber Anthony Loverick agrees with this notion, as we've both gone to the same school together and we've talked about this. We both look up to CM Punk as a role model, as we're inspired by his story of him being straight edge, and we see him as an example we can use to maintain our persistence on the straight edge path when confronted with peer pressure. So, he's given us that. He's given us someone we can look up to. So, Mr. Frank, to be frank, he has given his fans something. So, now that you've got that answered, will you now kindly fuck off? You hear me? F-U-C-K-O-F-F. Remember to put the space in there. Moving on. In news coming out of Jamie Bell 5's Twitter account, which is @Jamie174, follow her. If you're not, you're an embarrassment to the world. In news coming out of her Twitter account, Barbara Streisand is an amazing woman, as she always has been, along with Vera Farmiga, Nicola Da Silva, Pamela Rabe, Danielle Cormack, and I'm going to have to stop myself because I'll be going for eternity. Anyway, last but not least, and I've saved this for last specifically for the ending part, the Billboard Music Awards. This award show sparked a flare today, with Sam Smith, an Australian representation, Iggy Azalea, picking up 2 trophies each, but the night was Queen Taylor Swift's. As you can assume, because I'm wearing her red tour shirt from when she came down here last. She obviously debuted the video for Bad Blood, but she also picked up a staggering 8 awards out of 14 nominations, including Best Album for her record 1989, which was undoubtedly the smash of last year. Kanye West, however, had less of a nice night, with his performance being interfered with more flames and pyrotechnics than a Rammstein concert. And if you don't know who they are, go through the Watch Mojo thing. Just try and be careful not to stand up front row at one of their concerts, because their pyrotechnics and their flames are coming for you, and your face. So please be careful. Right. I came up with actually putting this in, and I'm not sure if anyone has said this on Twitter yet due to the reactions to Kanye having a not-so-good night and Taylor having a good night. So, I hopefully will be the first to say this. And pardon my bad lingo, because I absolutely suck at being hip, okay? Yo, Kanye, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Taylor Swift had one of the best videos of all time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fact. Right. That's pretty much all that I have in my spotlight for the week. So, let's hope celebrities continue acting like doofuses for next week, so that I have a whole flurry of material to use. Hopefully tomorrow I can now post the last of my past reactions. I think tomorrow maybe... No, I won't, because there's an extra thing on there. I think there's one with Alaska Thunderfuck song Nails. I think that might go up tomorrow. Yeah, it will, because Reading is Fundamental is next week. Anyway, that's pretty much that. I'll post that up by tomorrow, and there's really nothing else left to say other than bye, guys. See ya.